Hey guys, I'm Lloyd Johnson and I help you to bid like a buyer. Today let's talk about attachments, something which is very simple but can have a massive impact on how the buyer perceives you. Alright, let's get into it. So, attachments. What could you possibly do wrong or right? And surely it doesn't make a difference, does it? Well, yeah, it does actually. If you put yourself in the buyer's position, let's say they had 20 bids, and those 20 bids have another 20 attachments at least. That's a minimum of 400 files that they've got to sift through to find the information they're looking for. There's a hell of a lot in there, and you can make their life a lot easier by just doing a few simple things. The first bit of advice I'd give you is follow the naming convention that the buyer's given you in their tender document if they've done so. Lots of people just pass over this and ignore it, and even I've seen very good companies, very competent companies get this wrong, and it can be just really irritating for the buyer on the other end. The second point I'd make is make sure that your file names are really simple to understand. What is that file? It's amazing how many have got these weird and wonderful names that you guys use in your own systems, and then you kind of dump them into the proposal. Sometimes you attach them in the e-sourcing system, and we just don't know what file abzphg/72_5 is, when actually it's just your company's health and safety policy. If there's a health and safety policy, call it a health and safety policy. You'll make our lives much easier. The third tip I'd give you is to have a consistent naming convention for your files. So this could start off with the question number, and that allows you to have a sequential set of documents for the buyer to look through. And then I'd use something like your company name and then a very clear description about what the document actually is. And possibly a date, some sort of date of validity on the end, but I don't think that's always necessary. Keep it nice and structured, keep it nice and clear, and have that consistency. Taking 10 minutes to do this at your end is going to help you win massive brownie points with the buyer, so it's well worth the investment in time. The fourth bit of advice I would give you is make your documents look professional. These days it's so simple to do with all the different tools that we've got. Make them look consistent and professional, and that will make a big difference to how they're perceived by the buyer. And finally, number 5, check, 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 double check and check again. Make sure that you followed the buyer's requirements in terms of how they want attachments dealt with. Make sure they're attached to the right questions, and just make sure that everything they've asked for is there. Also, conversely to that, don't add attachments that the buyer hasn't asked for. There's nothing more irritating than getting bombarded with brochures and lots of information that you don't really want as a buyer. You're already struggling with hundreds and hundreds of documents from multiple suppliers as it is. Don't make our lives as buyers even harder. So that's it guys, 5 quick tips for you about attachments. I hope they helped. If you enjoy my stuff, please follow the hashtag BidLikeABuyer, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.